Ta-da! Okay, now you can hear me. Let's try this again. You probably could hear that. So, I didn't check the audio. That was the thing I forgot. It was actually me typing in the thing if you were joining earlier. Hello and welcome to the studio. I was trying to make sure that all the things were working, and because of the computer crash last time, which I managed to fix, yes, all by myself with help of YouTube and Google, I had to unplug everything. So apparently when I plugged things back in, it forgot the camera, but I didn't check that it had forgotten the mic. So you couldn't hear me, but hi, I can see your chats. Hopefully everybody's having an awesome day. Those of you that have been attending the ponies and palm trees are even having a better day, it looks like. I'm glad that storm missed everybody out there. That was crazy. I was following it going, oh. Looked like it was going to go right through the area. I'll say hi to all my awesome people. Hello, Tommy. Hello, Katie. Yay, street time. It's the best time of, like, the week. I don't know. I like it. We have Katie saying Raven and Friends. I have no friends today. Blue's upstairs and I went, do you want to come down for the stream? And he said, you touch me and I'm going to whap you. So he didn't get to come. And Maddie's away. Chris is out and about. My husband, he's been off for a little bit. And we've been demoing some things in the house. So there's some peace and quiet for a little bit while he takes his truck, which we got running, back out for a test drive, because with new engine-y put together things, you need to go in and, like do a heat cycle to get everything to set, because he changed the head gasket and all sorts of crazy stuff. And I never used to know so much about vehicles until my husband decided to take his apart. So now I know how to do things, which is kind of cool. Candace, I sent you an email this morning, Candace, about that. That'll automatically sort itself in a couple of days. But if you have questions, let me know through email. Artist wrangling on the white screen. There's a whole bunch of stuff I was typing, and spelling mistakes and not spelling mistakes necessarily. I put a capital H in checking, but that's okay. But I was wrangling myself. I just didn't wrangle the audio, which is kind of fun. Dance break. Gotta have a dance break. Like 90s dance breaks are usually what happen when we're doing shipping stuff. So that's kind of fun. Let's see who else we've got here. Angela, hello. Angela's at Ponies and Palm Trees. How is it? That must be amazing. I'm so excited for you guys. The strapless looks really cool. I think that's my favorite out of all of the models. Hopefully you're not interrupting anything crazy to hang out with me. That it looks like there's a whole bunch of cool stuff going on for you guys. But let us know how it is in the comments. I want to see. And I need pictures. Tag me and stuff. What else do we got going on? I said hi, Marcia. We have Michelle. Hello. Good Sunday morning indeed. I like that hashtag. Denise, good morning. Yeah, no, I messed up on the sound thing. I checked all the things and the light was on, so it looked like it, but I didn't see the little bar, so I should know better. We've got... It's definitely hot. I would be melting. So we had a deep freeze. That's why I said not frozen. It was getting into the minus 30s, which is like minus 26 Fahrenheit, which is very, very cold. I went outside, my skin was freezing, and had that thought, why do I live here? It's so cold. My audio just died for a half a second there. It didn't like the cold. It is also proclaiming it's not happiness for cold. Good morning, Cindy. Hello. Welcome to the stream. One of the magical maple candies I sent with Philip made it all the way down to Ponies and Palm Trees in your wallet. Aren't they good? I love the maple toffees. They're like my absolute favorite, but the hard maple candies are so, so tasty. If you're on the other side of Canada, where they actually have proper like maple syrup producing maple trees in Quebec and Ontario, they have sugar shacks, which is where they collect all the maple syrup, and they'll take maple syrup that's been boiling and they'll put it on snow, and then you roll it up on a stick and you eat it, and it all freezes. It's pretty cool. I haven't actually been able to enjoy it because the one time I went out to Ontario during maple season, they didn't have maple, like there's no maple syrup running at the time, so they couldn't run the sugar shacks. But they had their bottles of maple syrup, and they took us around with their little wagon with the horses. They had beautiful Belgians, and they took us around kind of where their track is for all the maple trees being tapped. And you see all the lines. It's crazy. Being from Alberta, we're cowboys and rodeos and cattle and farm and prairie, mountains, but not really a lot of water and not really a lot of maple and things you'd think of with Canada, although there is a lot of hockey. So we have that. But yeah, it's kind of funny because people are like, oh, Canada, maples. I'm like, it's kind of a treat for me too. So it's kind of fun. Yeah, hopefully you're not melting there at Ponies and Palm Trees. Florida would be really, really hot. And hopefully the fallout from the storm, the rain and all that was, crazy. I know that Mel and them went to Disney World, which would have been so fun, except it was just pouring from the storm. It looked like it was going to be like they had to drive through it. It was nuts. I was holding my breath. I'm like, please, everybody be okay. It's crazy. Let's see what else we got going on. My cat Fondue is hanging out with us. Hi, Fondue! Cranky old man. I love cranky animals. They're fun. Poor Blue. I was going to traumatize him and bring him down, but he was not. He's like, I could just see it in my mind. I bring him down and he'd just cause crap and knock everything over. And then I would have to leave the stream because he would be destroying my custom shelf or something expensive again, because that's what he likes to do. Because it's basically Godzilla in an iguana body. I have some shipping updates for you guys on Biter and Scuttle. Some exciting news on the Biter front that's going to help speed up shipping, which is any little bit I will take. But this should help quite a bit coming in the new year, because it'll take a little bit of time to make another mold and get that going. But in the meantime, we'll still be shipping normal stuff out from here. I have organized all my pins onto a board like I mentioned last time, so you can kind of see it behind me right there. And I'll show you guys what I have for pins, with the exception of one Appaloosa Cave Pony, which is on my jacket. So you guys don't get to see that because it's on my jacket. I have Darren here. Hi, Darren. What's in the background? There's lots in the background. What are you talking about? There's pins. There's printers. There's Fireheart ponies. There's a Pegasus that's still in progress from before Briarfest. There's a foot, which you saw. And then model horses are boss. I couldn't find my new letters to make the new thing, so I had to use the letters from last time to make a new thing. And so they came out with model horses are boss. So they are the boss of me, because it's my job, so technically it's the boss of me. And they're boss like awesome, and I don't even know what time frame that would date the saying from, but sometime within my living period. I will show you the pins. Oh, the pins! I will show you the pins in a second. Melted yesterday, afternoon thunderstorms. Ooh, Polo Pony demo! That's awesome. Too wet for a full one. Definitely pony safety first. I remember going to Briarfest and they had Polo out in the front. I took so many photos and just camped there because it was amazing. I hadn't seen Polo in person before. Argentine barbecue. Oh my god. You guys are getting spoiled. That's so cool. One day I'll attend a Briar event. Maybe. One of their awesome, cool ones. Looks like you're in really good company. There's lots of cool stuff. You got Mel and Maggie and a whole bunch of people there. Lots of cool ponies. Hungry now. Who's eating food? I'm so hungry. I didn't have any breakfast. 6 inches of snow in Alaska, says Laura. Oh my god, it's supposed to rain? I don't understand either. So we went from like feet of snow, snowed in. You couldn't go anywhere. The roads were totally iced. I couldn't ship anything because I couldn't get to the darn post office. I went through a drift that was as tall as my car trying to get out to Turbo. I think I told you guys about that last time. And now it's barely freezing temperatures. Sun's out. It's gorgeous. You can go out in a t-shirt because that's what we crazy Canadians do. Weather fluctuates a lot here. We get Chinooks because of the way where we're located in the mountains, which means even when it's freezing, our temperatures don't stay consistent. It'll dip into cold for a little bit, and then it'll come out into warm, and everything will melt. and then it freezes, and then it melts, and then it freezes, and it melts, and it does its thing. When Leonardo DiCaprio was out here, he made a big stink about climate change being like imminently about to kill us at that particular moment, because some locals had played a prank on him, and it was a Chinook. So this is a natural event that's been happening for probably thousands of years in this particular area of the country. And it got warm, and they punked him, basically. And so while climate change is a thing that is happening, it was not as drastic as he made it seem. So if you've ever heard of that story, he was punked. Actually, I believe it was by one of the native tribes here. They had some representatives that were with him, and they had played a prank on him. So that's kind of funny if you want some Canadian history. Much colder than us. You're only -10. We were warmer than that today. We were -4 today, Celsius. Ha ha ha. So it went really, really cold, but we're back. We're back from outer space. Oh, yeah. Briarfest 2023 is probably not a thing. I apologize in advance. I'd have to plan it like in July to be there for this year. And we might have some stuff going on in July like for 2023, so I have to kind of hang tight. But regardless, I'll do something online, probably, I would imagine, if I'm not going to be there in person. And you guys can hang out with me. There's also the, I can hide behind a computer screen. I don't know how I would deal with being at Briarfest or a big model horse event now with the Fireheart stuff and the Stone Cob and Juggernaut. I haven't been to a big event since all that happened. And I may seem extroverted I am an ambivert, which means I'm also introverted, but have extrovert I can turn on at times. And that means that I might just go eek and run away and hide at Briarfest. So I probably have to, control things a little bit and maybe ease my way back into saying hi to a whole bunch of people. Because there's a whole bunch of people that know me, and I want to meet a whole bunch of you, but I might get overwhelmed and then need to hide. So we joked about me wearing a costume to Briarfest so that I could be like incognito and enjoy. And then, so if you see like a giant T-Rex, that might be me. Good morning, Sherry. How's it going? Verna, hi. How's it going? Great to see you at Downtown too. That was fun. It's the first show we've had since COVID. So let me show you what I got in the mail. I got stickers, including Darren's stickers. I have to open the package. It's like ASMR for sticker opening. Da, 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 da. So we have Northwest Studios and this adorable little Roan Palomino thing. Look at the hair. It's so cute. I love me some stickers. I gotta figure out what to do with these. There's part of me that wants to cover something entirely in stickers. And on. I got Darren's. She included a card this time. See? DJB. Dun, da, da. She does customizing, original sculpture, finish work, tutorials, sales pieces, and limited commissions. djbstudios@gmail.com. I've had a southern accent thing kind of going on for a while. My brain, we've been watching way too much Yellowstone 1883. We binged that whole thing in the last week. And other shows apparently that are, I don't know. My brain just likes accents and picking up on things. Like, that's way more interesting than what you say. So these are the two. We have the Knobstripper, and then we have the Fuse Spot. And actually, I think this is probably my favorite sticker so far, Darren. I think I told you. It is so cute. It is a Bay Leopard Appaloosa, and well, maybe it's chestnut. Might be chestnut. But cute. And leopard. And then this one. I told you guys this one's lavender. Come on, light. There we go. That's better. Super, super cute. Da, 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 da. Much awesome. But I told you guys last time I like leopard appies. They're make me happy. And the determined look on the face is the best. It's like, I will make it. I will be the number one. Which is like, kind of like Darren. That's kind of Darren's personality. She's like determined. Gonna kick everybody's butt. Very competitive. Which is fun because I like competitive. I am secretly competitive. I don't think I got to show you guys the Halloween gummy pony, which is like bones in space with leaves. It's pretty cool. It's kind of a neat concept. I like how they're floating in the galaxy. Quite neat. And then these ones. This is Pin-palooza. See if I can get it to focus a little better. There we go. So this is the Woodsy pony. Kind of reminds me of Star Stable. Very, very cool. And I like how it's got vines that just wrap around its legs. So neat. All right. So we got those. I got fan art. So a lovely, lovely lady sent me a Stein pin because I didn't get one. And she sent me fan art of Fireheart. Look. And I need to send her a happy box. Look at that one. They need to do that color. That would be epic. I love the rainbow stockings. That reminds me of 90s. Makes me happy inside. So cool. Very, very neat. I like fan art. I still have the stink bear. He still stinks. But I will grab pins for you guys to see. Alright, so this is just a cork board. Look at it in all its glory. Isn't that cool? So shiny. It's reflecting on the screen. It's so shiny. So we've got, those are pony pins. We've got ones from Kylie. There's Briar pins. There's a couple mink ones on there. There's a Calgary Stampede pin. We got Fireheart. These ones are really cool. They were a Kickstarter. And she's left the metal exposed so it shines. They're really, really neat. Then you have Ruticorns by Asherby. So I posted let's see if I can get it to, you can't quite see the rainbow. It's got the anodized metal. So it's rainbow bones. And then there's these guys. So this was, I think, Etsy. These guys were Kickstarter. That was Weta Workshops when they came to the Calgary Comic Expo. And then a lot of these have glitter. So these guys have like glitter black. I love the use of the metal in there too. That makes me happy. And then he's got glitter wings with that anodized rainbow around the outside. And then we got Disney. So I showed you guys the Stitch ones last time. There's, oops, hold on, other side. Mushu. This one's the Stein pin. Look at him, look at him. Gotta go the right way. That's from Francine Dare. She sent me a little guy. That's Briarfest, obviously. Brandon Sanderson pins. We have, look at him. Look at him. It is a girl on a pig. And then these ones were also Kickstarter. That's also Asher B. No, this was a different lady. And then a gummy pony pin at the bottom. But this was another Kickstarter where she does Ida bags where you stick pins on the outside of them and they're like little backpacks. And then all these little fruit and fauna animals. Super, super cute. But I'm running out of space already. I don't even know what happened. So that's kind of the easiest way to display pins, which are kind of fun. I've been looking at a lot of the Disney ones because they do some really cool out-of-the-box ideas. And you guys know that I like extra and I like crazy and I like creative. So there might be some things that I will play with for ideas and see if I can make them do things. They have pins that fit together to do different things. They have different uses, like the stained glass one. That was the Cheshire Cat one, so it was see-through in some areas. That is super complicated, but super cool. You can get glow-in-the-dark ones, you can get glitter ones, you can get holographic ones, you can do all sorts of over screen printing on top of them. So one of the limitations with pins is you're doing the outline. This guy's a good example. So if you were to do a pin like this, you could only fill these areas with certain colors. So with the nose, they've like done an edge on that so that they can fill it with the black. And then the hair is filled with certain colors, and then the body's filled with certain colors. So if they wanted to give him like a Tobiano marking on his shoulder, they would actually have to screen print that over top, which is how I think they did the spots on this guy. So he would have been enameled in white, and then they would have screen printed over top the black spots. So technically we could get a Big Ben pin in another color that isn't spotty, which is a really cool use of things. It adds extra cost to be able to screen print over top, but you could do him Leopardapalooza, you could do him all sorts of different colors by doing the screen printing over top. But this kind of limits you to what colors you could have. That's generally how that works. And then you put different colors in there of enamel. It's kind of fun. I've been learning things. My brain is like 5,000 bajillion miles an hour, and 100 tabs open at once at least on every different browser, and I have probably 7 different browsers running at any given time. When I research stuff, it's like the giant rabbit hole of crazy hyper-focused, which is kind of fun. Let's see. Aw, I'm glad that you can be here for the live feed, Angela. Flights are crappy. Giant Pikachu! Giant Pikachu no longer exists. Giant Pikachu ran away with the giant balloon. We had him here for Pony Fest. Good morning, Zarina. How's it going? I'm just catching up on things. Woodsy, Michelle. That's the sticker. He's very, very cute. Yeah. Great to be young. My brain will probably never get older. Although, I was commenting to Chris the other day, my unicorn hairs are coming in quite nicely. I'm hoping for a like solid stripe at some point, but it's probably not going to happen. See how it goes. I do need another cork board. It's pretty crazy. All right. So, Medallion Club, basically all but a couple of exceptions have shipped, and those are things that need to go out with other stuff. So everybody should have those if they don't already. Soon. The internationals obviously take a little bit longer to get there, but they're on their way. I have the next medallion, like I said last time, almost done, which is super exciting to get a little bit ahead on that. For shipping, we have shipped almost all of batch A for Scuttle out of Jen and Tom's fantastic Ulp Studios. They have shipped, they're shipping, they have everything packed for batch B, for everybody who's replied to me, and those are going out tomorrow on Monday. And then the next batch C has been notified, and they'll be getting their invoices right away here because I wasn't able to send them the other day. PayPal didn't open up for whatever reason. There's been intermittent, I don't know if it's internet issues or PayPal issues. We've had some connectivity problems as I throw things. But getting that to work so I can send out invoices. And then obviously with my computer down, I was trying to get that sorted out. But it is back. And then I will be sending out everybody's batch information. We were kind of waiting on people to reply on the time payment paid in full thing, and not everybody has replied, which kind of skews how batches are going, because I was giving everybody the opportunity to stay in line in the order that they paid, so that they could slot in that way, and then if they chose time payments, they were pulled off to a separate list. So right now the people who haven't replied are in with the paid in full, kind of taking up space and waiting there. So I might just keep going ahead and move those people over, and then if they choose to reply, then we'll hopefully get things sorted. So if you ordered a scuttle and you have not gotten an email at all from me, just let me know. Everything seems to have gone through okay, but people have been seeing them go in their spam folders because they are being sent as batch emails as a general rule. Just for the bigger stuff, I can't send out individual emails for like general heads up. I try and send them for chunks of like 100 at a time, or 50 depending on what's going on. So that might be what's causing it to bump into some people's spam. So double check. If you have any questions, email Chrysalis Studios. I'm starting to get through most of the emails there. It's quite daunting, but we're doing it. So that's exciting on the Scuttle front. The golden surprises have shipped pretty well, all of them. We have sent out at this point 4 golden surprises, and there's more to come in the remaining biter run. Obviously, we have a lot of biters to go. So, wow! I keep hitting the thing. Stay. Just want you guys to all bounce. It's dance time. We're gonna bounce. For our lovely lady biter, let me just pull up my thing here. Haha. We have shipped anaconda, barracuda, crocodile, dingo, eagle, fish. Gnomes are now all out the door. So if you didn't get a notification, you are a international, and that tracking thing will be coming right away here. We are moving on to batch honey badger, which should start shipping as of next Sunday, which is the 20th of November. And then batch iguana, so Blue will be super happy about this one, should start shipping in and around, I have it wrong on the website, December 4th. And then, like I said, I'm calling in some reinforcements, which will, once we get a new mold made, help in the new year to get through everybody else. If you recently paid off your invoice and you haven't gotten a batch, that's because I'm behind in getting all that stuff done, because we're trying to get the Medallion Club out the door and get things shipped out to the people who have sorted things out earlier in regards to biters. So you'll be hearing from me fairly soon while I get through all these emails to send out notifications and that batch information. But safe to say, if you haven't gotten a batch and you paid off recently, you're kind of at the bottom of that ship list because you're not added to the ship list until you've paid. So, ta-da! Candace got the biter one bought, not the one about the foal. Okay. Can you email me, Candace, and let me know that you didn't get information about the foal? There's been a couple of emails that have gone out. There was an email that went out, and this applies to everybody who ordered a scuttle. There was an email that went out to say that he's ready to go and to pick if you wanted to pay in full at the time, like right before he's about to ship. So I'm doing that a week to 2 weeks out from when they're about to ship. So you'll pay the balance kind of then. And then there are time payment options as well. So that's also a possibility. And none of the time payment invoices have gone out just yet. So hopefully that clears up some of the stuff. Zoja. Where's Zoja? Hi, Zoja. I just saw somebody say hi. Cool. Let's see. Got mine Friday, working on finishing touches. Oh, Katie, you're fast. That's awesome. So excited. Nile crocodile. Is that normal? So we're talking about two different things. The scuttle batches are being invoiced as we're shipping them. Biter was all paid, basically. Pretty much everybody is paid at this point, I believe, or close to. There's a couple of lingering time payments. It was done a little differently than how I'm choosing to do scuttle. I'm choosing to do scuttle as invoiced as we go. By the time Biter had gotten around to as many PIF orders, paid in full orders as there were, I wasn't able to shift mid-release, basically. It wouldn't have been fair to the people coming after to change how it was being done. At least that was my thought at the time. So we ended up with more PIF orders than I had thought, or more orders in general than I had thought. So those ones will be paid in full, and you're in the order that you paid. So if you're in Nile Crocodile, the ones that were before you are ones that paid before you. And pretty much there's a whole bunch of them that kind of came in all throughout that initial release weekend. So there's a whole bunch of you that kind of paid around the same time, but it just came in the order that you placed your orders. So hopefully that clears up confusion. If you have questions, always send an email, let me know. I'm trying to keep up with those as best I can. Kind of running short on me's. I need to clone myself. It would be much better. Had I known that Biter would have been as big as she was, I would have changed how I did the edition and maybe, yeah, but we're where we are now and we're just trying to get through. And I appreciate all the patience and tolerance while we do that and deal with her. She's definitely casting better. She's fitting on the bases better. We're getting through some of that, which is going to help. And then, like I said, I'm bringing in reinforcements that will help in the new year to speed up casting quite significantly. So I'll hopefully make an announcement soon for that. But just know that something's coming to make that go faster. And we'll go from there. I have not sent the People's Choice Medallion thing survey yet because I wanted to add a couple of tweaks before I sent that out. But that is coming for all you lovely Medallion Club members. You'll see that in your inboxes, I'm hoping this week. Now that I have a computer that is functional, that I didn't have to take it. Yes. Yeah, so there's that. Do I have anything else crazy? I don't think so. I will be trying to join Haley's stream. She's doing like a artist model horse hangout and do art stuff through Zoom. And she's HN Studios on Facebook and Instagram. And I'm going to try and pop in there at least for a little bit after the stream, because I believe that's how it lines up, is either after the stream. Yeah. So I'm going to try and line up to pop in there and say hi and maybe work on something. We'll see. If it's a secret project you guys can't see, but I'll try and work on something that's not secret, or at least come say hi, hang out. Heather, how's Saga doing? She's doing good. We have more castings that'll be going out soon. I think there's another 5. If you have questions regarding that, Laura Brown would be the contact to tell you kind of where you are order-wise. I believe some people were still making their payments on her, so ask that. She's casting way nicer than Biter just because she's a lot more simplistic. Biter has all sorts of crazy stuff going on with all of her legs going all the directions and her face cast in 2 pieces and the base, which adds complications. Saga's so much better behaved. So Saga's a good girl. And then she has all of her cool pins that go out too, so it's kind of fun to send those out at random. I know people are wanting the rainbow one, and I don't pick and choose. I random close my eyes, and I've pre-made packets of swag stuff, so they just go in the boxes kind of at random, so you don't know what you're gonna get. Heather made it to the stream, yay! And then Restream says, I got 100 messages, yay! How much will biters be? Biters, if you have questions about biters, Zoja, I believe you're all paid. So send me an email if you're confused. But you should be all good to go. They're not being, like I said, if you're on the ship list and you have a batch, you're paid in full, you're ready to go. We're just waiting on things shipping out at this point. So yeah, if you have questions, let me know. And then Laura's saying she has lots of extra pins for Saga that will be available later. So if you didn't get the pin you wanted, you can get a pin from Laura. So hang tight for that. All right, so, yeah, if anybody has any more questions, let me know. I will, I guess, wrap up the stream. Yes, send me an email, Zoja. Thank you. Cool. And I will be, before any of the biters or scuttles are shipping, I am sending out a email to confirm address for both. Especially for Biter, because I know it's been a little bit of time since you guys ordered and now, or whenever they're going to ship out. So I want to make sure I have the most accurate contact information / shipping information, because I don't want to go into the wrong place, and I don't want Scuttle going to the wrong place. For new releases, I'm waiting to get all of the biters and the scuttles taken care of before I do anything new. So you're not going to see anything too new and exciting other than the Medallion Club releases, because I want to make sure that I prioritize getting these out for you. So if I am boring, I apologize. I'm trying to make sure we get all these out for you. All right. on that note, we're gonna dance and bobblehead because that's what we do here. And I will see you guys on next Sunday. So that will be just before Haley's Zoom thing. And yeah, hopefully you guys have an awesome week. We are looking forward to the updates from Ponies and Palm Trees. And I will see you guys next Sunday. And I might have to do, Darren makes a good point. So Biter was a open edition, and I did that because I knew a whole bunch of people were excited about her. Juggernaut was limited to 110, which made it really hard for some people to get a hold of him. And I wanted everyone who wanted Biter to be able to get a hold of her. So I told you guys kind of up front that the trade-off is open edition means longer shipping times. I don't know how many people would order in an open edition. And that makes it a little bit more unpredictable. So then this might be one of the last open editions I'm able to do. Between that and our casting shortage, like shortage of casters, it just makes things really challenging. And I really enjoy the sculpting end of things. I don't enjoy the casting end quite as much. And even though we have the facilities to do that here, with Chris not helping in the casting shop, it makes it more challenging for sure. So I can't make new things if I'm casting all the time and cleaning things all the time. So I'll have to find some sort of balance. I haven't made a decision on what that looks like, but there will probably be more limited editions in the future. So, sorry, I apologize. I try and make things as accessible as possible, but we're starting to get into the thing where there's limitations on what I'm able to do and what kind of keeps things rolling. And yeah, something's got to give somewhere. You can't keep all the people happy, but I try. So again, your patience is greatly appreciated. We're working really hard to get these out and get caught up on the list and get caught up on emails. And I am trying not to go crazy in the process. So yes, artists don't like the repetition of the same thing all the day, every day. So we're trying to keep things going. All right. On that note, if you have any questions or concerns ever, send an email. I'm always trying to reply and keep things going. Make sure that people know where things are at and are happy. And yeah, so I don't want you to be worried about where your stuff is. So, all right. On that note, I love you all. I will see you later. Hopefully I'll be able to send out those surveys and then get all of your responses, and maybe I'll chat about what that looks like a little bit and give you some maybe hints as to what we're going to be seeing in January, February for the Medallion Club. And on that note, so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye. All right.